Well, thank you for joining me today for Political Talk of Charlotte. I'm so happy to be with you again. I'm trying to figure out how to position myself so that the sun will not place a shadow over my face like it has been doing since winter began. So I want to thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Charlotte Bergmann. I'm that conservative voice for Christian and constitutional values. And in today, I'm going to talk about a subject that is really one that has driven the freedoms that we've experienced in our nation. Has the mainstream media brainwashed you? And the answer to that question, yes, I applaud you. But if you answer that question, no, make sure that your answer is truly no and that you are not truly being brainwashed by the media. Our show airs every Thursday at noon. And in the description notes, you'll find ways to reach me. You can email me at charlotte@charlottebergman.com. I have two pages on Facebook. I have a personal page and a fan page. You can send me a message, click like for my video, and that helps to circulate the video so more and more people can hear what I've got to say. We're on Bitchute at Political Talk of Charlotte, on Twitter at Elect Bergman, on YouTube at Bergman for Congress, on Twit at Charlotte Bergman. If you're new to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would consider leaving a comment or a message. And if you aren't new, and if you hear something that you like, please consider leaving a comment or a message. This show cannot go on without me reminding you how much I value you as you make this show. I love you. I appreciate you. So please comment and help get the word out about, say, this particular subject. You are my friends, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate you liking or commenting on the video to help break that horrible shadow banning that the social media is imposing, especially on conservative voices. I don't want my voice to be considered the end all be all. I want you to hear my voice. And as you hear my voice, compare what I've got to say to what you hear on the mainstream media. And then you make the final choice in terms of what you believe. But for too long in Memphis, we've been sitting back and we have not heard conservative voices. So most people lean liberal. Okay, I'm going to talk about brainwashing, but I'm also going to talk about the Save America Act. That's a debate which is occurring, and what it has revealed is a truth about the left. And when I say left, I mean Democrats. See, they think black voters, married women, and rural voters are just too stupid to figure out how to vote. I'm going to repeat that. Liberal left think that black voters, married women, and rural voters are just too stupid to figure out how to vote. Wow. So is it their fault that they are able to get away with that mindset? Or is it ours for believing them and responding accordingly? Let me say it to you like this. Okay, in order to get on the airplane, what do you need? You need a photo ID. If you want to buy a beer at a football game, what do you need? You need a photo ID. If you want to go to the library and check out a book, what do you need? You need a photo ID. You need a photo ID for just about everything. But now that the Save America Act is on the floor and being passed, Democrats are demanding Photo IDs are racist. Photo IDs take you back to Jim Crow era. Granted, many people, especially people who look like me, were not educated enough to be able to obtain a photo ID or to pass some of the quizzes that they were asked to take prior to voting. But that's not today. We got to educate it. We've got educated Americans. Don't insult me and say I'm too stupid to get an ID in order to vote. Guys, here's the bottom line. Here's exactly what we're having to deal with. Democrats are losing. They are losing, and you're going to make sure that they lose in 2026. But everything they are doing, and you, please be aware of it. Democrats are crying hard for another 1968. Boy, if they could get another 1968, they figured they will win. There is that sunlight. Let me show you this video. This is a very interesting video, and I want you to listen to it and tell me what you think.
Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad.
I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses?
Guys, that's pure brainwashing. Probably half of these people know that Black people, that minorities can get ID. But the media has told them that these people cannot get an ID.
African American vote?
Definitely. Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
You can always get IDs you do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for Black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for Black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or they're not informed. I also think there's a repression of Black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the African Americans.
Now I'm here in East Harlem to ask Black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you have ID normally? You carry ID around?
Yes, I have state ID.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any Black person who doesn't carry ID?
No. Everyone that I know has an ID. Why would they think we don't have ID?
That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Because I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so we know what we need to carry around.
Everybody that I know have ID. That's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with, ID.
Do you know any Black adult who does not have ID?
No, I don't.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes, it is.
What is this, some type of trick candy cameras?
I know, right?
That's the only thing I brought with me.
Those are legit IDs. I heard a lot also that Black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Really?
What does that say to you?
I know it's that, on 25th Street.
Do you know where the DMV is around you?
It's on 125th Street and 3rd Avenue, I believe.
You know how to get there?
Yeah.
Would you have a problem getting there if you had to get there?
No.
I know these sound like silly questions. You know how to get to the DMV?
Of course.
You know where it is?
Yes.
You can get there?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
No problem.
Just checking.
Okay.
And I also heard a lot that Black people, especially poor Black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
That's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet. Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
I had access to the internet for years.
You know how to use it properly, right?
Exactly. I do it at work. So, of course, I know how to use it. My kids know how to use it. They all have iPads, iPods, whatever.
Your phone has data?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually
unlimited.
Unlimited data.
Mm-hmm.
I use my phone as a hotspot.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception of Black people?
They're pretty much ignorant. That's what my thought process on it.
I just think that's ignorant.
Ignorant.
Ignorant. That's the word I hear a lot. Ignorant.
Very ignorant.
Does it sound racist for somebody to say that?
I think it is a little racist because, you know, you're putting people in a category and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe a little bit of racist in it, but like I said, I think it's more stupidity and ignorance.
You're judging somebody, like, but you're judging them because they black, saying that they don't got it.
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
Do you have a problem that if you go to vote and they say, "Can we please see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are"? Are you
Love
cool?
showing my ID.
You have no problem with that?
Nope.
Would you have a problem if when you go to vote, if they say, "Can we please just see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are"? Do you have an issue with that?
No.
Would you have a problem if there was a rule where you have to show your ID in order to vote?
I don't think so. No.
Would you have an issue if there was a rule saying you got to show your ID before you vote?
Nah.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. This is a lot of brainwashing. Oh my gosh, the sun is in my face. Okay, I'm back. I thought that was rather interesting. I hope you thought it was interesting too. There was a total disconnect. Those people who are saying that minorities cannot get voter ID are doing it because they listen to the mainstream media. They're brainwashed. Hi, Bobby. Thank you for joining me today. Brainwashed. The sad part about it is you see that most of those people who are not really, they don't like the answers. They don't like the fact that there is a segment of our country who believe that Black people are not smart enough to get an ID. And they are typically people on the Democrat side. They vote Democrat. They listen to MSNBC and CNN and listen to NPR, and they think that. The sad part about it is my Black sisters and brothers, knowing that these people think you're stupid, will go out and vote for someone of that platform in November. And they will vote for them. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. But anyway, moving on, I just want to show you a little bit more about how there is this disconnect in our country. Do voter ID laws suppress the Black vote? You tell me. I want to thank Ami Horowitz for that video. Here's another video I want you to see also. This is another questionnaire, and I want you to hear the responses because I think that it's very interesting. You and I probably don't think very much about these questionnaires, but there are people who actually feel and think that way.
Do you think voter ID laws are racist?
I think so.
The Black population is like historically much more financially like disadvantaged.
And typically people who are less educated are less likely to vote.
I don't even know why they would say that. We can get the same things that every other American can get. That doesn't even make sense to me.
We're in a country where all of us are majority educated and we have the resources at our hands and our disposal to easily find these things. So I think anybody saying that is just dumb.
I say it's really a lie. It's all on really the person. If the person really want to get their ID, they can go get it. It's nothing really stopping them.
You motherfuckers racist as hell. Why the wouldn't Black people have that?
The language.
Do you think voter ID laws are racist?
I think so.
The Black population is like historically much more financially like disadvantaged.
And typically people who are less educated are less likely to vote.
I don't even know why they would say that. We can get the same things that every other American can get. That doesn't even make sense to me.
We're in a country where all of us are majority educated and we have the resources at our hands and our disposal to easily find these things. So I think anybody saying that is just dumb.
I say it's really a lie. It's all on really the person. If the person really want to get their ID, they can go get it. It's nothing really stopping them.
You motherfuckers racist as hell. Why the wouldn't Black people?
Okay, all right. Let's end that conversation. But what I want to say, hi, Bob. Bob, I'll see you on the 19th. Thank you. Listen, guys, Chuck Schumer and various liberals, they know that most black people, the majority of black people have their ID, but they want to use us as the guinea pig. They want to use us as the red blanket in front of the bull to hold it up and cause the bull to charge. You see, they want to get a lot of support on their side to be convinced that, hey, if we require voter ID, that's going to stop people from voting. And that's a lie. The real reason that they're concerned is because illegal immigrants will be unable to get voter ID, proof of citizenship. American citizens and only American citizens should decide American election. Chuck Schumer and a majority of the Democrats know that a large number of blacks are turning away from them because they don't like much of the Democrats' policy. They don't like aborting babies. They don't like turning little girls into little boys and little boys into little girls, sexual mutilation. They don't like promotion of this transgender initiative. They don't like that. Many of my black sisters and brothers are waking up, and I'm happy about that because Satan is showing his ugly head, and he's showing that he wants to steal, kill, and destroy and murder people. Requiring Americans to provide proof of citizenship when registering to vote in federal elections should be American, should be solid. The Save American Act, which was passed in the House, it actually supports what 83% of Americans want. 83% of Americans want the Save American Act in order for Americans to vote, not illegal immigrants. And even 71% of Democrats support the Save American Act. What is the Save American Act, you ask? It requires proof of citizenship to register and vote. Doesn't have anything to do with Jim Crow or poll taxes or anything like that. It requires proof of citizenship to register and vote. It passed the House, and it is now headed to the Senate, where it faces significant opposition and a challenging path to approval. So the Senate thinks. If they stop it, and we have four members. We got 4 members who are trying to stop it. Now we need 50 senators to vote for the Save American Act. If you subtract 4 from 50, that's not going to give you enough. But what we have working for us is we have the senator from Pennsylvania who will vote for it. So that leaves us needing only 3 senators to vote for it. I believe if we get the senator from Pennsylvania to vote for it, we could probably pick off John Thune. The 4 that are holdouts are Susan Collins, surprise, Lisa Murkowski, surprise, and senile Mitch McConnell, surprise, and then Senator John Thune. You think they're honest? Why would they not want honest elections? Why would they be holdouts for honest elections? Cindy, are you serious? Facebook and Rumble are messing with my broadcast. Shame on them. Shame on them. Well, we still are on YouTube. Yes, Cindy, God wins. I'm going to let you guys hear this very interesting. You're right, Cindy. They are rhinos. I'm going to let you guys hear this very interesting conversation between Scott Jennings and this is what many on the left do. They get a token black. And once they get a token black to believe in their lies, then that encourages a lot of people to believe what they have to say. So let's cue this up. Okay. Are we ready for this? This is Scott Jennings, and he's in a heated conversation with a representative from the House Judiciary Committee member.
What voting rights is he taking away from black voters?
Oh, if we look at
the SAVE Act?
The SAVE Act, that's
Okay.
exactly what we're talking about. That is actually going to continue to disenfranchise overwhelmingly a lot of people of color. There are so many civil rights organizations that have run the data. If we look at the way that it is going to disenfranchise black voters, it's the same reason why Chuck Schumer called it Jim Crow 2.0.
So,
this is the same president. If we want to continue...
You haven't said how yet.
I am talking about it. It's the way that you're putting new poll taxes on this when you're making
poll taxes.
That's what we can call them now. It's kind of an idiom, right? If you want to say that people have to prove that they are citizens, that they have to prove with a voter ID. The reality is you're layering what is a constitutional right for the American people and making it harder for people to vote in this country, and it's going to disenfranchise black voters.
Concern you that you're making all these claims? You've yet to lay out how it's hurting anyone, but 76% of black voters think we should show an ID to vote. 80% of Hispanic voters, 83% of the American people. Are you saying that black voters are too dumb to know what's good for them? I mean, it sounds pretty condescending to me. You get three-quarters of black voters who want voter ID.
But to be clear, the SAVE Act is not just about IDs. The SAVE Act is about proof of citizenship. So it doesn't.
It also makes it very hard for married women who've changed
I was just going to say, we talked about this before.
It's
not. It actually, there's an argument to be made that red state voters, women, poor white voters could be just as.
I know you think they're dumb too, don't you? I mean, that's the thing. I hear these arguments. I've heard Democrats all week long.
No, please don't. No, you listen.
There's the deflection from talking about Donald Trump's racism.
I'm actually
there.
You should be thinking about your constituents or your.
Yeah, I think they're smart enough to figure out how to register to vote.
Hold on. Most Americans don't have a passport. Many Americans don't have access to their birth certificate. Many women, a minority of women who change their names for marriage have to provide additional proof that they've changed their legal names in order to register to vote.
I have heard Democrats
Scott,
make these same arguments.
why don't you actually respond to the substance of what I'm saying?
I am, and the substance is this.
As opposed to making this about something that it's not.
You're saying,
it's not just about voter ID. It's also about
black
who has
voters
access
and rural people are too stupid to figure out how to register to vote.
No, that's not.
That is not what
Democrats have been making this argument all week. It's crazy.
That is not what she said.
Are you saying they can't figure out how to vote?
Let me offer the proof.
Are you saying they can't figure out how to vote?
This is the exact same argument.
Okay, guys. Are you too stupid to get your ID to vote? Are you really? I tell you what, it was tedious for me. I want you to know, I'll be honest with you. I'll be very candid with you. I mean, I had to get my birth certificate, my marriage license, Social Security card. I mean, that was the worst part about getting those documents together was going to the clerk's office and having to sit for 5 to 6 to 7 hours. That was the worst part, but getting the documents, that was no problem whatsoever. So when you vote, make sure you vote for clerks who are able to streamline their processes in order to be able to get you in and out in a short period of time so that you can have the essential documents that you need. Now let's get back to the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act is the act that is going to be designed to make sure that when you go vote, your vote counts and is applied to the person that you voted for, not have your vote diluted by someone who is not a part of this country. There are other components in the SAVE Act that is going to help to ensure election integrity. And once you have the SAVE Act passed, you will be happy. I will say this. I believe that the Democrats will do what they normally do. They will push back. They will not want to vote for it. They are the party of no. They are. But if John Featherman comes over and votes with the Republicans, we could have up to 50 votes if we get John Thune to vote with us. And then we will have the vice president come in and break that tie. Now, if that scenario doesn't work, we have another weapon up our sleeves. You see, the FISA Section 702 is set to expire on April 20th, 2026. That actually is a very important bill that they pretty much must get passed. Lawmakers are currently debating its renewal. It will get renewed. Recent proposals include reforms to enhance oversight and protect civil liberties while maintaining its effectiveness for national security. They've got to streamline it. They got to make sure that when the CIA, FBI, or intelligence agency who goes in and listens to, say, foreigners' conversation, to make sure that they are not trying to destroy America, they are indeed foreigners and not Americans. But the FISA Section 702 is going to be set to expire April 20th. Look for House Senate members who are not able to get the Save American Act passed. Look for it to be amended to the Section 702. It will get passed that way. And of course, there will be 60 votes. There will be contention. There will be nationality, but it will get passed. Bottom line, I'm easy for doing it the easy way. I'm for them actually using the Save America Act to have the Senate to kill the filibuster. I don't care if it's a silent filibuster. I don't care if it's a verbal filibuster. I want the filibuster to be killed because it is not a part of our original Constitution. It was set in place for the convenience for the senators to be statesmen while stopping legislation, important legislation, from being passed. Okay, I see you guys are commenting on some things. Bobby says, good old CNN, crap news network. We as Black people are capable of making our own choices. We are. Saul, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Cindy, God wins every day. And Bob says, Democrats always disassemble when they are asked tough questions. They do. Someone even called many of the members Cindy called many of the members who refuse to do the right thing for the American people to make sure that our elections are honest. They are not filled with fraud, which the SAVE Act will go a long ways toward helping. When they're talking about making sure that we are able to vote on the same day, that the votes, once they have been cast, are not put into somebody's vehicle to be replaced in some means. They are trying to put in systems to make sure that when we get an election result, it is the election result that the people wanted. If that doesn't work, we can always go to the purple finger, which was used in an election for. Oh, Cindy, you got to go. I got to go too. So I'm going to end this show. Thank you all for joining me. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Look out for John Dewberry, who is throwing his hat in the race for Shelby County Mayor. This is a good man. He was kicked off of the Democrat ticket. Why? After having served for a number of years, he was kicked off because he believed in the Bible. He believed that abortions were wrong. He did not believe in the Democrat platform, and they kicked him out. So we are embracing him, and we're saying, come home, because Bob, thank you. I love John DeBerry too. He's going to be there next Thursday also. We're embracing him because he shares our values. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. It looks like the sun is out of my face. I'm happy about that because it doesn't make for a good complexion. You guys have a great week. I am Charlotte Bergmann, the host of Political Talk with Charlotte. I appreciate your support. I love you very, very much. I love you very, very much. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.